but heaven knows I'm going to try my best. There's a mirror here, and half the time I might not be looking exactly, oh shoot, I might not be looking exactly at the camera. I will try my best to look. Oh my days. Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ndamati. If this is the first time you've seen this lovely face, ensure it's not your last, but if it is not, thank you for being here and gracing me with your presence. And yeah, today we're going to be doing a bit of something that I've always been looking forward to doing. As you can see, I'm already, there are certain things put in place at the moment, as you can see. So we're going to be replicating this makeup look, and I will do my best to see how I can make it look exactly like this. And while I'm doing my makeup, I'm going to be talking about embarrassing moments that I've experienced, personal experiences in my life that I feel like have stood out for me, that were both embarrassing and encouraging, that has helped me in my journey in finding myself. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about, this is so random, so bear with me. I'm going to be talking about all of those things. And yeah, I think I've tried this thing before. It's hard to do your makeup and talk. Is wipe your face and to make sure everything's off. Let me see how I can shift this a little so it does not affect the makeup, because I know that with this thing here now it's going to cause a line. Hi, so I said I was going to have a conversation or gist you guys about my most embarrassing moments growing up as a child. But I specifically said how it has shaped me and formed me as a person generally or in my career. But I'm going to streamline it to only one thing, and that is my love life as a person. But I'm going to, just gist about this because I said specifically that this was going to be this is going to be random and out of nowhere. And I will not lie to you, I thought about this on the spot. I did not plan for this to turn out like this, but this is a 9-minute video and I'm going to have to chit chat with you guys and fill you in on all the shenanigans I was up to as a teenager. However, I'm going to start with my very first embarrassing moment, and I think by far it is one of the most embarrassing times. And so you know how it is falling in love as a teenager, or having a crush, having a very, very mad crush on somebody around your area in school and all that. I was that kid. I was a young girl trying to understand her hormones, and I didn't quite really understand what was going on with me, but I tend to like boys. And I hate that I say that or I'm saying this, but I liked boys and I liked the idea of having a boyfriend at whatever age teenagehood starts. I think at 12, I had already said, okay, at 12, I've not really started romanticizing the idea of a relationship. But I think at 14, 15, I think I was fully romanticizing it because I had friends who were in relationships and I was like, they are so young, why can't I have one? However, I knew that it was not something that I was meant to do. But I just romanticized the idea and I had, a few crushes here and there. I even had crushes in school, in church, around the area, just someone that you just like. And I happened to like somebody around the area. So I was at home one fateful day and there's this new guy that moved around the area with his parents, and I and my friend, we used to see him stroll past with his earpiece and his iPod, strolling down the street, and we'll be checking him out and gisting about him. So one day my parents told me to go buy bread in the night. Well, let's not say in the night, maybe like say 8 p.m. And then I think about that time I was 14 and I was told to go buy bread. And it was supposed to be bread for the next day, which is for school the next morning, because nobody has time to start preparing food. And literally, as I walked, I told my mom was like, oh, you're going to have to carry your sister, go with your sister. And I was moving with my sister, jolly going. And I and my sister, I don't know, growing up, it felt like we were not in very good terms. The girl was always on my Like she was always against me for some reason. And at that point, I thought she didn't even like me. But for some reason, we went together and I jammed this person. Let's say his name is Ifine. And then I saw this person, Ifine, and I was like, oh my God, I was so struck by this beautiful man that I was seeing.
So he saw me and finally got the courage to come speak to me. I was not going to go meet him, of course.
I just walked past him and then he caught up with me and he was like, oh, he's also going to, he asked me some questions. I was like, oh, I'm going to get bread. And I was like, oh, he's going to get bread too. And we're like, we're going to get bread together. We're just laughing about the situation. So we strolled down and all of a sudden, you know how you're having this conversation with this person and you guys are immersed in the moment that you don't realize how slow you're walking. That is how I got to the bread place. I remember I was with my sister and then we walked back. We were trying to walk back. And then I didn't notice that my sister was no longer there with me. And when we got to a certain spot, I saw my mother come from a different corner and my father come from a different corner. Bro, I was shocked. And the boy could tell that I was shocked. I just froze and he was like, what's happening? I just said, my mom and my dad are approaching us right now. So the boy got scared. So I, on the other hand, I didn't know what to do. I was not looking around. I could not see my sister. I was like, oh, wow. This girl has left me. Either she has gone home or she's missing. I don't know what to do. The next thing, my mom just came out. I don't know, for some reason, she kind of hid the cane in her dress and brought it out. But my father looked, I don't know, for some reason, she didn't want to now flog me because we were now in an area where there were a lot of people, so she didn't want to flog me. So she just held the cane in her hand and dragged my ear. My father just, I think I remember my dad speaking to the boy, and then I turned around, my mom dragged my ear from that spot, from that very place, dragged my ear back home. And the beating I received it from my mom, I received it from my dad. And they were like, so you have the mind to go out with your younger sister, and you left her to be talking to a man. Hey, they beat the hell out of me. And I was like, but that was not what happened. But we saw you now, things like that. And I was so... The funny thing is that all of these things happened in front of this boy. Like the part where they dragged my ear, apart from the beating part, they embarrassed me in front of this boy. I could not show my face. As a matter of fact, when I see the boy coming from another area, in fact, I could not even step out of my house because a lot of people saw that. And there are some people in the area who I don't know, they laughed about it in my face and all that. And I was not even friends with these people. And then they had the opportunity to laugh about it and even told my other friend. And then she was feeling sorry for me at the same time she was laughing. But at that time, it was depressing. I was sad for a long time. And then eventually we kind of laughed about it. And it was just too funny that my parents would embarrass me like that. And for some reason, I feel like I hope that parenthood doesn't change over time, where we allow our children, where we spare the rod and spoil the child. I hope we always tend to remember that we have to also discipline our children. I just feel like if our parents didn't do that, I don't think I would have done that the way I did. But it was embarrassing, but I think it was a very defining moment for me to not to be too carried away with a man that I am forgetting what is happening around me. I hope you guys go home with this particular lesson, that you don't lose yourself because you like somebody. Rather, you are grounded with yourself first before giving yourself to someone who is also grounded in himself or herself, so you don't lose yourself in the whole process. So yeah, make sure you're yourself. I'll keep saying that. Be yourself. Don't let anybody make you feel anything less. And yeah, continue being you. That is all from here. And yeah, I think I'm done with my makeup here. I don't know. See, this makeup is the opposite of what I imagined, but it's not. I mean, I think I tried with the brows, but not necessarily with the lips. But yeah, this is the look. I think I slayed. Maybe not the same hairstyle, but I killed it. Yeah, I think I did. Look at that, girl. And that is all from my end. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please make sure you subscribe and have a fantastic day. Bye. Mwah.